Inside the polling location, we do have people from the different campaigns that are advocating for their candidate. We have Trump, we have Dean Phillips. We're going to keep walking. More Trump. There's a lot of Trump here. There was a Nikki Haley when she was here, but mainly a lot of the Nikki Haley folks have left. So Trump, we have Marianne Williamson, and then we also have the Joe Biden write-in campaign that are advocating outside of the polling location as well. Here in Laconia, New Hampshire, where Donald Trump just finished his final campaign rally before voters head to the polls tomorrow. There's around 250 to 300 voters packed into this room to hear Donald Trump speak as he tried to make his case for why he was the better candidate above Nikki Haley. His main arguments were focusing on the economy, the border, and foreign affairs, specifically regarding his promise that there would not be a World War III under his presidency. Do you believe in a two-state solution, a one-state solution, or all Israelis should leave?
Two-state solution sounded good, but it was by Israel. I think at this point we need a one-state. I think there shouldn't be white people in this land.
Happy February 29th. Are you wondering why we have to add an extra day to the calendar every 4 years? Well, let me tell you all about leap year and why it's so important. Leap years happen because of a mismatch between the calendar year and the Earth's orbit. Well, if you think of a year as being 365 days, it actually takes a little bit longer. It's approximately 365.25 days. So there are a lot of calls for a ceasefire. If a ceasefire were to happen, what would be the next step forward?
I think that's a very hard question to ask, definitely, to answer, I think.
What are the issues most important to you?
Border, of course, the swamp, drain it, you said it. Don't sing it, bring it, Trump. Let's do it this time. Let's do it right.
Hey everyone, Emily here. So currently waiting on Donald Trump to get on stage and speak. I would say the room's about 250 to 300. There's an overflow room, however, I have not seen that. Press is all the way behind. If you see the lights flashing, I'm currently against a wall sitting on a stereo boombox, which if you've seen my other videos, you know that I have a habit of finding elevated surfaces in order to get you guys the best view. And behind me is the stage. And it's been about 30-40 minutes since Donald Trump Jr. spoke to help rally up the crowd. I will say it is quite warm in here. There is no ventilation, there is no real service, and there are no seats.
Were you going to vote for Biden before this? None of these politicians have any of our interests at heart. They're all against the working class, and they all stand for imperialism. We need our own separate third party.
Have you voted before?
I have.
Who'd you vote for in 2020?
I don't care to engage too much about voting. I think the masses have the power to change the world.
Were you considering anyone else for this election?
DeSantis.
DeSantis.
I would have voted for him, but
Why were you going to vote for him over Trump?
I like what DeSantis is doing in Florida.
So you might be wondering, why is the government so concerned about TikTok? It comes down to data and algorithms. Chinese law requires companies to store data and grants the government access to that data. And former ByteDance employees have said that the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, has access to TikTok's data, including the data that's stored in the US. I don't know if you can see, but these are all primarily Trump protesters. The way they have it set up is they have pro-Trump on one side, divided by a barrier, with anti-Trump on the other side. And so it's a pretty similar turnout of protesters. It is predominantly media and people that are here to see what is happening. We'll keep you updated with anything else that happens.